What's up, guys? Back here with the S10. Today I figured I'll figure out how to hook up the push fans, wire them up so they come on with engine or coolant temp. That way I can put on the front grille and everything and worry about it being done. What I have here is the Spal kit. It's 185 FH. It's the fan harness. I can hook them both up to one relay since I want them both being on at the same time. But I'll probably just hook them both up. Looks like we have a little temp sensor here. Comes with a pretty heavy relay. I know a good place to mount this. You can hook up a switch too. I've done it on my 240, but I'm not gonna do it on this one. So this luckily threads right into the head in a cooling jacket that I'm not using. And then here's my sensor for the temperature. I need to wear gloves. This is where I'm gonna hook both of the relays up to, so as soon as it hits that temperature of 185, they'll both turn on. I might have to reverse the polarity on these just so it's a push fan, not a pull fan. But other than that, pretty straightforward. I'm gonna put Teflon on this. First, I'm gonna put gloves on. So I'm gonna thread this first. Might as well put Teflon on this. So this is correct thread. We're gonna do the same thing on this one. Prevent those leaks. I'm gonna go install this in the head. So you guys on camera can't really see it, but there's that hole right in there. That's where I'm gonna install this face down. All right, now I'm gonna install this into that piece. Same thing, you want it to go in straight. Thread it nice and easy. Now I'm gonna take my deep well 18, put it on there, just a little snug. We don't wanna break that sending unit. There we go. So luckily these relays come with plenty of wiring. So I'm gonna mount to the fender where there's already 2 holes. And I have the hardware for my old relays for the S10. That's where I'm gonna mount both my relays here together. Well, that's cool, but we're not gonna need that much wire. So both gray ones will go to the sending unit, which is that thing in the block I put in. All right, so the yellow wires go to the battery, and the red wires are gonna come down here to the fan. The orange wires I left over here for the ignition. These are the plugs that the red wire is gonna go to. And I'm not sure if it's gonna work this way or if I'm gonna have to swap them for it to be a push fan. I believe these are pull fans. So you just swap the ground and the positive and it changes the direction of the fan. But for now, I'm just gonna plug these in. I wanna try and run these wires together. Got the red wires now. These. Now before I crimp this, I want to make sure it powers the right fan. I have to make sure that fan direction is the correct way. So I'm just going to use the core support bolt as my ground. I've done that on a lot of builds. Now we got to test. Now I think what I can do is I can touch these to ground and it should start the fans. So touching these to power should get it to run. All right, so I do need to reverse the polarity. Man, that was cold. All right, so I reversed them. Now let's see if it's pulling. Oh yeah. Nice. Those are quiet. Well, they're kind of not. All right. So that's wired up. I still have the switch grounded out because now I need to test my orange wire, which goes to my ignition source. It needs to have power in the run position. So that way, after I start the car, it still has power for when the temperature reaches what it reaches, right? So I'm gonna have to cut this wire here, which should be an ignition source for me. But we're not gonna crimp it in there all the way, just a little bit. That way we know if it's working or not. All right, so if I wire this up correctly, when I go to the on position, since I have this gray wire grounded out, it should supply power to the fans. So, fingers crossed. Perfect, so we got power. That means I can hardwire it in and get it all wrapped up again so it looks nice. Because as you can see, we got a rat's nest again. So I'm gonna do that off camera, get them spliced up. The last thing we need to do is trim these gray wires to the right size and put them on the switch. So there's my plug back in there. Got my one terminal. I'm gonna put both of these on the one terminal since they're getting the same reading. And it makes it for quicker maintenance. And crimp. All right, there we go. That should be on tight. Now, we're gonna do a little trick. A little bit of wire tuck. I didn't focus on wire tuck on this build, but a little bit won't hurt. All right, we're done. Everything is wired up. I guess I could technically wrap this too so it doesn't stand out. I don't know if I will. The rest looks amazing. Down there, you can't see it. Let's start from the battery all the way to. So you got the battery, fuses, they come down all the way through here. And then it splits off where the red wires went and for the fan, actual motor, comes back under through here, right there, and then boom, to the relays. Then I have my orange wire. The orange wires are these two, and they go right into the harness there. And then my gray wires are plugged in back there to the switch. You can see it a little bit. And those come all the way down here, and then they're zip tied under this in 3 spots. So yeah, I'd say that engine bay is looking pretty clean. That's for sure. So this is a pretty big step actually. The fans are wired up, everything's good. I tested them before I wrapped everything permanent again. This means we can put the front end on, which is gonna make the truck actually look pretty close to finished. I need to weld this piece on, see, like that one. So that's probably gonna be my next move there before I put this on. That way I don't damage, because I got like a newer front end. So we're super close. I keep saying that, but we really are. I could probably take a week off work and get this finished if I had all the parts. But you know, it's always waiting on parts and stuff. So there we are. Looks funny now. We got green, black, red. On the other side, red, blue, red, all the different colors. But this thing, once I paint it, is gonna be awesome. I'm super excited. So yeah, thanks for watching, guys. And as always, see you guys next time.